There are exactly 11 minutes during every single flight when almost everything goes wrong. Not the whole flight, just 11 minutes. And most people spend those 11 minutes with their shoes off, headphones in, and eyes closed. Here's what nobody tells you when you board. In aviation, there's something called the +3/-8 rule. The first 3 minutes after takeoff and the last 8 minutes before landing. Close to 80% of all plane crashes happen inside that window. That's it. The rest of the flight, statistically, you're fine. So the question isn't, what do I do if the plane goes down? The question is, what do I do in those 11 minutes? And the answer fits inside a 3-minute ritual that flight attendants quietly run through every single time they fly, and passengers never notice it happening. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what that ritual looks like, why each part of it is backed by real crash data, and the one thing almost nobody does that actually changes your odds more than anything else. I'll save that one for last, because when I tell you what it is, you're going to realize you've been ignoring it every single flight. Let's start with where you're sitting, because this is the thing that matters before you even buckle in. Researcher Ed Galea analyzed data from 105 plane crashes and interviewed more than 2,000 survivors. And the single clearest pattern he found wasn't about front versus back, window versus aisle, or any of the stuff people argue about online. His research showed that passengers seated within 5 rows of any emergency exit in any part of the plane have the best chance of getting out alive. He found that most survivors only had to move 5 rows or fewer before escaping. Any more than that, and your odds of survival drop. So step 1 of the ritual, the second you sit down, is a simple check. Count the rows between you and the nearest exit. Not in your head. Physically turn around or look forward and count them. And here's the part nobody explains. Galea says you should count the rows from your seat to the exit, because if the cabin fills with smoke, it may become difficult to see the exit even if it's open, so you could walk or crawl right past it. You're not memorizing a number. You're building a physical map so your hands can guide you when your eyes can't. Feel the seat backs. Count 5. Know exactly when to turn. That's the whole move, and it takes about 20 seconds. Now here's where it gets interesting, because there's a reason flight attendants do something you've probably never noticed. And once I tell you, you'll see it every flight for the rest of your life. Before every single takeoff, crew members in their jump seats run what's called a 30-second review. They silently go through the exits in their head, rehearse the commands they'd shout, remind themselves exactly how to open the door they're sitting next to. It's a full mental drill, happening a few feet away from you, completely invisible. And the reason they do it is the same reason the +3/-8 rule exists. Takeoff is the danger window, and if something goes wrong, there's no time to think. The plan has to already be loaded. You can run the same drill in your seat. Where's your exit? How many rows? Does your seatbelt click open with a lift, not a push like a car? Run it once. It takes 30 seconds. And while you're doing it, reach under your seat. This one surprises people. Your life vest might not actually be there. Passengers have been stealing life vests as souvenirs for years. It became enough of a problem on certain routes that airlines developed sealed anti-theft packaging to try to stop it. But crews can't physically check every seat pocket under every seat before every flight. Reaching under your seat to confirm the vest exists is a real check that almost nobody does, and it takes about 2 seconds. Now, while you're getting settled, take a look at how your seatbelt is sitting. This matters more than the safety demo makes it sound. The instruction to wear it low and tight across your hips isn't filler. If the belt rides up onto your abdomen, crash deceleration drives it into soft tissue and organs. Worn low across your hip bones, the force loads onto the strongest bone structure in your body. 2 seconds of adjustment, real difference at impact. And while you're at it, check your pockets. This one sounds paranoid until you understand why crew are trained to think about it. A pen, a keyring, anything sharp in your pocket can puncture the inflatable evacuation slide. One puncture can disable an entire exit for everyone behind you. Emptying your pockets before takeoff is on the professional checklist, not because it helps you, but because it protects the people trying to use the same exit. Before we get to the last one, the one that changes your odds more than any of the others, drop a comment right now. Tell me, do you actually pay attention during the safety briefing, or do you zone out? I'm genuinely curious because the answer in the comments every time is almost always the same. And if you want more of this kind of thing, the stuff that's actually backed by data, not just travel tips, hit subscribe, because we go deep on this regularly. Okay, the last one. A Boeing study found that 48% of all fatal accidents worldwide occurred during the aircraft's final descent and landing, a phase that makes up less than 5% of the total journey. Less than 5% of the flight, almost half of all fatal accidents. That's the -8 window. And what are most people doing during final descent? Sleeping, drinking, headphones on, noise canceling, fully checked out. Here's why that's the thing. Every other part of this ritual, counting rows, checking the vest, adjusting the belt, those are preparation. But none of it works if you're unconscious or impaired when the 11 minutes actually happen. If you want to maximize your chances of survival, you need to be extra vigilant and ready to take action during the first 3 minutes after takeoff and the last 8 minutes before landing. Reaction time during those windows is the entire game. Watch the jump seat next time you're taxiing for takeoff. The flight attendants are often sitting slightly forward, feet flat, hands positioned. A relaxed version of the brace position, pre-loaded, already ready. They're treating takeoff as the danger window because it is. You can do the same thing. Shoes on, headphones out, aware. It costs you nothing. So here's what the full 3-minute ritual actually looks like. You sit down, you count the rows to your nearest exit, and build the physical map in your hand, not just your head. You reach under the seat and confirm the life vest is there. You adjust your seatbelt low across your hips. You empty your pockets of anything sharp. You run the 30-second mental review, exit, how to open it, what you do, and then during takeoff and landing, you stay awake and present. That's it. 3 minutes of intention at the start of every flight covers you for the only 11 minutes that statistically matter. You got on this flight the same way you always do. You're getting off it with a completely different relationship to those first and last few minutes. And honestly, once you run this once, it becomes automatic. You won't even think about it. If you want to go deeper on this, I put together a video on the specific seat positions that give you the best odds in different types of emergencies. Watch that one next. It picks up right where this one left off.